Friends, let us read the box given. Taking water from farmers. A shortage of water has opened up opportunities for private companies in a big way. Many private companies are providing water to cities by buying it from places around the city. In Chennai, water is taken from nearby town in Mamandur, Palur, and Karungiri, and from the village of the north of the city using a fleet of over 13,000 water tankers. And every month the water dealers pay farmers an advance for the right to exploit water sources on their land. This is the water taken away not just from agriculture but also from the drinking water supplies of the villages. Groundwater level have dropped drastically in all these towns and villages as a result. So the tankers are available there, and from whom they are taking water? They are taking water from the farmers. Okay, we are moving to next part. In search of alternatives. The situation in Chennai is not unique. A similar scenario of shortage and acute crisis during the summer months is common to other cities of India. The shortage of municipal water is increasingly being filled by an expansion of private companies who are selling water for profit. The government is not able to provide, that's why what we will do, we will depend on the private people. They are giving water for profit. Also common are the great inequalities in the water use. So the use of the water also having the inequalities. Okay, let us see that one. The supply of water per person in an urban area in India should be about 135 liters per day, means 7 bucket of water. That is the standard set by the Urban Water Commission. The standard made by the water commission of the urban areas. What they said, each and every person should get 7 bucket of water, and where the people in slums have to make to do with less than 20 liters a day, means even 1 bucket is not, they are not getting. 1 bucket means 20 liter, less than 20 liter means not even 1 bucket of water they are not getting. People living in the luxury hotels may consume as much as 1600 liters of, means 80 buckets of water per day. So those who are living in luxury hotels, they can use maximum in bathtub, like the swimming pool, like that they are using 80 buckets of water per day. So the consuming of the water also not in equal way. There also inequalities are there. A shortage of municipal water is often taken as a sign of failure of the government. So people used to say like that, government is failure because they are not providing proper and safe drinking water to the people. Some people argue that since the government is unable to supply the amount of water that is needed, and may the municipal water department are running at a loss, we should allow private companies to take over a task of water supply. So some of the people, those who can afford, they may say like that, let the private companies come and do this work. According to them, private companies can perform better. Why? They are having money, they can afford that one, that's why. Consider the following facts. Throughout the world, water supply is a function of the government. There are very few instances of private water supply. Even though private water supply is there, then also we want to get water from government. That is the normal case or universal case. Everywhere water supply, that is the duty of the government. There are areas in the world where the public water supply has achieved universal access. So it is given in down box that we can see. Okay, the next one. In few cases where the responsibility for the water supply was handed over to the private companies, there was a steep rise in the price of water, making it unaffordable for many. Cities saw huge protest with riots breaking out in places like Bolivia, forcing the government to take back the service from the private hands. So in some areas it is given to the that responsibility given to the private people, then knowingly or unknowingly the price it went up, that can't afford many people. So people came out and they protested against that. Within India, there are areas of success in government water departments, though these are few in number and limited to certain areas of their work. The water supply department in Mumbai raises enough money through water charges to cover its expenses on supplying water. In Hyderabad, a report shows that department has increased coverage and improved performance in revenue collection. In Chennai, the department has taken several initiatives for harvesting rainwater to increase the level of groundwater, and it has also used a service of the private companies for transporting and distributing water, but the government water supply department decide the rate of the water tankers and give them permission to operate, hence they are called on contract. So in cities they are making the on contract these tankers under the leadership of the government, so people are getting a in a affordable price, otherwise it will go way up, many people they can't afford. Then goal 12 of the sustainable development goal, responsible consumption and production. We said about the luxury hotel people, they can use 80 buckets of water, and other areas we can use only, even we are not getting even single bucket of water. So what is the condition of this one? Then Mumbai suburban railway is well functioning public transport system. It is the densest route in the world, attending to 65 lakh passengers daily, extending over a distance of 300 kilometers. These local trains allow people living far away from Mumbai to find out work in the city. Notes that the high cost of housing in cities make it impossible for an average worker to live in the city. So in small house like our classroom, like that area, it made the house for 4 families in Mumbai. So that also many people they can't afford, so they are living far away from the main city. Because of this suburban service, they can reach the main city for work every day. So this is one of the success story in India. Mumbai suburban railway, they are providing, they are working very well, and it is helping all the people. Then next one, extending sanitation. Okay. Latrines for us, they exclaimed in astonishment. We go and perform our functions out of the open. Latrines are for you big people. So this is the one of the thing, the untouchables, in the olden situation, untouchables was cleaning the toilet waste of human, and the total cleaning was the duty of them, and they were saying like that latrine for us means that they are saying like that we don't have latrine at home and we are using the public places, and you people, big people, you people are using latrine. Mahatma Gandhi recounting untouchables grievance, Rajkot Sanitation Committee 1896. When it happened, when this sentences came in 1896. Now 1996 over, we reached in 2020, or we are going to touch 2021. What is the condition present day in not only in Gujarat or in all over India, or in the cities, even in the village area? Besides safe drinking water, sanitation is a must in prevention of waterborne diseases. So why we want to take care about sanitation? Because it will spread the waterborne diseases like diarrhea, cholera, like the diseases. However, the sanitation coverage in India is ever lower than that of the water. Official figures for 2011 shows that 87% of the households in India have access to drinking water, and about 53% have access to sanitation, toilet facilities within the premise of the residence, not inside the home, in the premise somewhere. So 87% of the people, they are getting drinking water facilities, but toilet facilities only 53% of the people. Means half of the people, they are living without toilet in their premise. Once again, it is the poor both in the rural and urban area who lacks access to sanitation. Again, it is to affecting to whom? Poor people. Shulabha, a non-government organization, has been working for nearly 5 decades to address the problem of sanitation facing low caste, low income people in India. One of the program, government scheme, it is Shulabh, and what they are doing, they are providing, trying to make toilets for to the people from the low caste as well as low income people. It has constructed more than 8,500 community toilets blocks. Not one toilet, it is a block of toilets, and 1.5 million household toilets, giving access to sanitation to 20 million people. The majority of the users of Shulabh facilities are from the poor working class. In the slum area or in the city area, they are making the toilet blocks for publicly for public common, and they are making the toilets for the private households also. Shulabh enter into contracts with municipalities and or the other local authorities to construct toilet blocks with the government fund. They will get government fund to construct the toilet. Local authorities provide land and fund for setting up services where the maintenance costs are sometimes financed through users charge. For example, 2 rupees charged for use of the latrine in cities. We can see that one in railway station and city, having like that facility. If you are giving 2 rupees, we can use the toilet like that. Next time you see a Shulabh toilet, you might want to find out yourself how it function. You if it is there in a Karur area or in a railway station or in bus stand area, you can find out how it is working, if the government is providing money or they are charging from the people like the Shulabh toilet like that, it may return. Okay, we will continue in next video.